Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man that go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Amadeus.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Amadeus.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Amadeus.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Amadeus.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
I'm
Queen.
getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Amadeus.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Amadeus.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Shakur, and this is your Sunday Vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live, okay? So don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. And as per usual, if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Okay, so let's get into it. Hold on, I'm pulling my chat on my phone. Okay, so let's get into it. Hello, Luna, Claudette's in the house, Trisha, Pearly, Sunset Nights, Anita Harrell, Alice Childs, Buckhorse DC. All right, Andrew. Okay, Latasha is here, Claudette, DJ Big Six. So let's get this party started. Okay, Most Hated Bronze, Flat Power God. Desmond is in the house. Shout out to my moderators for putting in work. Faye is here. Okay. All right. So, hey, Christopher Perkins. It's Trisha is here. All right. Okay, let's get it started. I see you, Terry. So, with that all being said, and without further ado, let's get ready to talk about it because they're going in on Snoop Dogg. Luna said there's no more TikTok. I can't. Well, you know, Donald Trump, speaking of TikTok, yes, it did shut down about 9 or 10 o'clock last night. And but Trump has said that he's, according to reports, that is, Trump has supposedly said that he's going to put out an executive order on Monday to save TikTok. Okay, so for all of you who have TikTok shops and you've been making all this money, hopefully you'll still be able to make your money because that's what I read in Newsweek earlier this morning. Okay, Faye said, looking amazing as usual, Queen. Thank you, beloved. Okay, so that's what I heard, that Trump is going to be saving TikTok. All right, so please pay attention. Now, that being said, let's talk about, before we get into the whole thing with Nelly and Snoop, Alice said, Queen, you brighten my day. Thank you, beloved. Okay, the Loyal Royals brighten my day. Okay, so now before we get into the nefariousness of it all, let's talk about these wildfires for the umpteenth time. I'm going to give you all some information about the insurance because I think I gave you all, matter of fact, I know I gave y'all information about the insurance days ago, but apparently some people missed it. And then I had somebody asking me after yesterday's video where I spoke about the smart meters and how they are being sued. The people are suing for saying that they basically, were causing fires and things like that. Well, somebody said, okay, but how does that explain the insurance? Well, let's talk about it again, okay? Because some people missed the memo. And also, let me just show you all this video first, because there's a guy that says that BlackRock is going around asking people to purchase their properties and offering them cash. Now, I already told you all about BlackRock the other day when I did a video titled Hidden Agenda. Okay, please pay attention.
I'm going to comment about this, and I'm going to shock you. People from BlackRock are going door to door offering to buy homes now. They say, whatever you do with the insurance company is your business. Fix what you want or don't. Here's a price we're willing to pay for your home now. BlackRock is going door to door. You think this happened by accident? The dams have been emptied by Governor Newsom for no good reason. The hydrants are empty for no good reason. L.A. had its rainiest season this year since the 20s. Almost 90 years, 100 years ago. It was the rainiest season, and there's no water in the reservoirs. 3 months ago, State Farm, the big insurer in L.A., just happened to cancel everybody's fire policies because the governor decided not to allow State Farm to increase their prices. So people now have no insurance. Do you think this happened by accident? One thing I learned over years on Wall Street, follow the money. Who's going to profit by this? Not who's getting hurt. Who's going to profit by this? BlackRock is going door to door making offers now for cash. Generous. They want to take everybody's homes. This is the business they're in. It's not a secret. This has been highly organized. And as I've been saying, more is coming. Pay attention.
Okay, so now that he's done spreading lies, let's talk about what really is going on. Now, some of what he said is true, but he's leaving out some key factors here, beloveds. And you see, this is why I say that you can't listen to everything you hear on the internet. Now, let's talk about it. Now, he says that this is California's rainiest season in 90 years. That's a lie. Okay, you can do the research yourself. See, I know a lot of y'all heard that and it all sounded good and it painted the narrative that you want to run with. And so you believed it without doing any homework. In fact, 2024 is not the rainiest, okay, in Los Angeles. But here's the thing. It had the wettest, the fourth wettest February in the season's history. Okay, that's what they had. But the year overall was just average. It definitely wasn't the wettest or the rainiest season in 90 years. Okay, he's clearly stretching the truth. He's stretching the truth. Okay, I'm just telling you guys this because you need to pay attention. Khalid Harlim just became a YouTube member. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you. Peace, love, and blessings. Now, let's go to his next point. His next point was BlackRock is going around offering people cash. Well, they may be doing so, but I told you all the other day how BlackRock, and I had told you this in 2020, that BlackRock, while they say they don't purchase single-family homes, that they never do that. I told you that they're tied to a company called Blackstone, which used to be the same as BlackRock. They were all in it together, but now they own a portion of that company, and that Blackstone does absolutely go around purchasing these single-family homes. And by the year 2030, they want to own at least 60, or they're projected to own at least 60% of the single-family homes. Now, with that all being said, that's the business they're in. So here's the thing. BlackRock may absolutely be doing that, but there's a bunch of people doing that. Okay. How do you know that, Queen Shakur? Well, that's because I do research. Okay. I do research. Now let's talk about it. You see, actually, there's at least 5 major banks offering mortgage relief in the fire ravaged areas according to in the ravaged LA regions. Okay. Now, according to Governor Gavin Newsom, 5 major banks are offering homeowners up to 3 months of mortgage payment relief in areas devastated by the Southern California wildfires. Okay, now this isn't the article I was looking for, but let's listen to this anyway because I did want to tell you this information. Now, in a statement, Newsom's office said the banks will have a streamlined process that will not require submitting forms or documents, and when the forbearance period ends, there will not be an immediate repayment or late fees. The 90-day pause on mortgage payments for homes that are destroyed or damaged by the fires will not be reported to credit agencies, according to Newsom. After so much trauma, we hope this deal will provide thousands of survivors a measure of relief. These financial protections will enable residents to concentrate on taking care of their immediate needs rather than worrying about their mortgage bills. Okay, now that all being said, likes up, everyone, please like and share. Hold on, beloveds. I have different receipts mixed in with these ones for Snoop Dogg and Nelly, so hold on, just give me a second. Hold on. Because here's the thing, Governor Gavin Newsom has put into place some type of law that people cannot be going around trying to, oh my God, which one is it? Is this it? Okay, I can't find that receipt. I'm going to have to look for it. Hold on, guys. While I'm looking for it real quick, you all listen to a word from my sponsor at 12 Tribes, okay? Because they're saying basically Governor Gavin Newsom said there's going to be people, predatory people, coming around trying to purchase the properties, and that he's making it a misdemeanor, okay, for them to be doing this for about 3 months or something like that. Okay, so let's have a word from my sponsor. Here we go.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Okay, with that all been said, don't forget you can purchase 12 Tribes for your hair at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts. You can also find it at Walmart.com. Okay, and for you men, don't forget that she has a lovely beard oil that makes you shimmer, shine, and glisten and keeps your beard smelling fresh. Okay, so here it is right here. Governor Newsom issues order to protect fire victims from predatory real estate speculators. Okay, now with that all been said, there's not just, even if BlackRock is doing it, there's other people as well. All right, so Governor Gavin Newsom issued an executive order to protect firestorm victims in the Los Angeles area from predatory land speculators making aggressive and unsolicited cash offers to purchase their property. Taking advantage of the disaster and associated trauma, these predatory and exploitive practices endanger the financial well-being and security of vulnerable victims. Today's announcement will allow the state to hold these predatory speculators accountable through stronger enforcement and prosecution. Okay, so they're making it that you can get charged for it. He says, as families mourn, the last thing they need is greedy speculators taking advantage of their pain. I have heard firsthand from many community members and victims who have received unsolicited and predatory offers from speculators offering cash far below market value, some while their homes were even burning. Now, we will not allow greedy developers to rip off these working class communities at a time when they need more support than ever before. Okay, so with that all being said, and here's the thing. He issued the executive order to safeguard the residents of hard-hit zip codes in Los Angeles County from these predatory practices. This includes the area of Altadena, a working class neighborhood that has been especially hit hard by the Eatonson fire. And by the way, when people are talking about these people are burning these things down to hide evidence, are they trying to imply that the people of Altadena were doing the same thing? Do they think these people have tunnels under their homes? I have several questions, okay? Now, goes on to say a working class neighborhood that has been especially hard hit by the Eaton fire, okay, which has damaged or destroyed large swaths of the community, including much of the downtown area, because it's located north of downtown. Numerous places of worship and cultural centers, countless businesses, and likely thousands of homes, family homes, under market offers by opportunistic investors in communities such as Altadena threaten the character and vibrancy of the community and could displace and endanger vulnerable residents who have long ties and investments to the community. Now, this is what the executive order does. It makes unsolicited, undervalued offers to purchase property from property owners in specified zip codes of Los Angeles County unlawful for a period of 3 months from the date of this order. Directs the Department of Real Estate, along with other state agencies, to provide notice to the public of their rights under the law and resources for more information and contact information for law enforcement agencies such as the Attorney General's Office and the District Attorney with the power to enforce the prohibition. California law makes it a misdemeanor to violate a governor's order during a state of emergency, which can be prosecuted by the Attorney General or local state or local district attorneys. Violations can be reported to the Attorney General's office, and they give the website where you can report this if you have been a victim of these predatory speculators trying to offer you cash or lowball you for your property. This executive order is modeled on a similar order issued by Hawaii Governor Josh Green to preserve local communities and protect residents from exploitation after wildfires destroyed the town of Lahaina and surrounding areas in August of 2023. Okay, so there's that. Now, with that all being said, I just want you all to pay attention because, like I told you guys, a lot of this stuff sounds good, but it has no legs. Okay. RD says, "Thank you, Queen, for your info and commentary. I have learned so much. Salute to the Queen and the Royals." Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you for your kind words, and I thank you for your kind contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. Now, let's talk about the insurance because people had questions about that. First off, no, let me say this about BlackRock too. BlackRock billionaire Larry Fink issues a dire warning about the future of LA fires. Okay, so and you all know who Larry Fink is. I showed you a video of him the other day. So BlackRock CEO Larry Fink has warned it could take 10 years to rebuild Los Angeles following the devastating fires. The deadly blazes have already claimed the lives of at least 24 people and have been estimated to cause upwards of $40 billion in damages. Now, LA's ritzy Pacific Palisades neighborhood is all but destroyed, while the neighboring coastal community of Malibu was badly hit by the blazes. Altadena, which sits northeast of downtown LA, was also devastated. He says this is going to be one of the bigger issues we're going to have to deal with and tackling over the next 4 years. Okay, this is what he told CNBC. When you have whole neighborhoods destroyed and you have infrastructure and schools and supermarkets destroyed, this is not a 1 year fix. This is going to be 5, 6, 7, and maybe 10 years of fixing. Now, more than 12,000 structures have been burned by the fires, several of which are still raging. Fink also added that the government will need to get involved with homeowners insurance as consumers reckon with the devastation. He says homeowners insurance is becoming a larger and larger component of the home ownership. His company handles $11.6 trillion on behalf of retail and institutional clients and oversaw $700 billion of insurance companies' cash as the end of the third quarter. Now, let me just tell you all something. You see, what we have to realize is, of course, there's going to be predatory lenders or predatory speculators coming out here trying to purchase these homes for probably pennies on the dollar, and things like that, because at the end of the day, that's their business. This is how they do business. This is what they always do. This is nothing new. This is what people like that always do. Real estate investors try, when there's devastation and things like that, they try to go and snatch up the land. Okay, that's what they do. Okay, so please pay attention. This is not some conspiracy. Oh, BlackRock's trying to buy up all the land. Well, they've been buying up all the land. I told you all that in 2020. Why would they not want to go and try to buy this as well? And there's also other people doing it. Okay, please pay attention, which is why Governor Gavin Newsom put in that law, because if they're trying to lowball these people and buy it under market value, then that's predatory. Okay, they know that people have been traumatized and devastated, and some people are just wondering what they're going to do, how they're going to make ends meet, how they're going to bounce back. So they may be susceptible to these predatory practices. Now, that all being said, here's the thing. Why are so many insurance companies leaving California? Because mind you, that man on that video, along with James Woods, and I think that's where he got the talking point from, they have said that this all happened just months before the fires. Well, that's interesting. Because I just told you all days ago, if you were listening, that they started shutting down some of these companies, these insurance companies, and fleeing the state in 2019 and some in 2023. Why are insurance companies leaving California? California, known for its stunning landscapes, bustling cities, and innovative spirit, is facing a new challenge. A growing number of insurance companies are leaving the state. This trend has significant implications for homeowners, businesses, and the broader economy. But why are these companies making such a drastic decision? So let's get into it. California is no stranger to natural disasters. From wildfires to earthquakes, the state is frequently subjected to extreme events that cause extensive damage. In recent years, the frequency and severity of the wildfires in particular have surged. Now, these disasters lead to massive insurance claims, making it increasingly difficult for insurers to maintain profitability. Now, we know that these people are all about their money. They don't mind taking your money every month, like I've told you all before. And at the end of the day, when there's huge claims, they try to find any way they can to not pay them. Now, the devastating wildfires of the past decade have cost insurance companies billions of dollars in payouts. And as these events become more common, the financial risk associated with insuring properties in California skyrockets. For many insurers, the cost-benefit analysis simply doesn't add up, prompting them to pull out of the market. Okay? And this isn't just happening in California, it's also happening in Florida. Now, I'm going to show you these receipts so you know that I, unlike some, actually know what I'm talking about. Okay, please pay attention. Now, that man, it sounded all good when he was saying all that stuff, and it all sounded so salacious. Oh, they pulled out months before. Well, yeah, okay. Now, here's one from October of 2024. What is California going to do to solve the homeowners insurance crisis? Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Now, I'm going to start showing all of these on the screen, okay? Because this has been going on. Hundreds of thousands of Californians have found getting homeowners insurance is increasingly difficult and expensive. Okay, ABC 10 dives into the issue's root causes.
ABC 10, the area's most awarded local news, is also your streaming news leader. ABC 10 Plus is on demand in more places with more content than ever before. From the breaking news and weather you rely on to long-form investigations that hold the powerful accountable. Plus travel shows, cooking shows, entertainment content, and so much more. Download ABC 10 Plus on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, or on your smart TV. ABC 10. We stand for you.
Okay, hold on. I thought there was a video for that. Sorry, my bad. Okay, so let me just read you what it says. I thought they were going to discuss it on the channel. Now, as insurance companies have paused or limited business in California in recent years, hundreds of thousands of homeowners have found themselves dropped from their policies and forced to turn to drastically more expensive options. Why? In the last 3 years, 7 of California's 12 biggest homeowners insurance companies, 12 of them, the most largest ones, okay, and even many of the smaller ones, they say, have paused or limited business in the state. They cite the rising risk of wildfires, the high cost of rebuilding homes, and state regulations hurting their business. Okay, are y'all listening? This has been a thing. Let's not act like, oh, this is just weeks before the fires. Oh, it was months before the fires. It was all planned. It was all premeditated. I'm telling y'all, it was God's judgment. So please sit down somewhere, okay? Now, y'all see this? What's the date of it? October 9th of 2024. I'm sure you can zoom in if you can't see it right now. Now, state law passed by voters in 1988 in the form of Proposition 103 requires insurance companies to get prior approval from the state before raising rates. Now, that man said on that video that the reason State Farm and some of these insurance companies left or dropped policies is because Governor Newsom would not allow them to raise the premiums. Because they wanted to charge more. If we're going to have to shell out all this money, we want to charge more. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just telling you that's what they wanted to do. So that's also one of the reasons. And he said the reason himself. Now, proponents praised Prop 103 as protection for consumers against unjustified rate hikes. Opponents, including the insurance industry, which sued to block Prop 103, they literally sued to stop this. Okay, they said it would stifle business in the state. Now, mind you, again, this is October of 2024. well before the wildfires that are currently doing damage. Today, insurance experts say companies are leaving California in part because the rate approval process takes too long. Okay, sometimes more than a year with too much red tape. Subsequently, insurers' rates can't keep pace with the rising cost of doing business. The exodus has led to increasingly unaffordable and unavailable homeowners insurance policies in the regular market, forcing people onto the state-created, privately run FAIR plan. This high-cost, bare-bones insurer of last resort has become hundreds of thousands of California's only option. However, Prop 103 was well intentioned and long term effects have been traumatic and, in some cases, extremely detrimental to the consumers that it was designed to protect. Now, they say in September of 2023, Governor Gavin Newsom issued an executive order urging California Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara to act quickly to address the crisis. Hours later, Lara held a news conference where he announced the largest set of reforms to California's insurance marketplace since the passage of Prop 103. The Sustainable Insurance Strategy is what it was called. Now, he promises to have the various components of his plan in place by the end of 2024 and hopes to see the market respond positively by mid-2025. Okay, this is well before the fires. Okay, the rate hike approval process, which can currently take more than a year, will be expedited. Later said Prop 103 states, Lara said Prop 103 states that the process should happen within 60 days, and he's going to return to that with 2 30-day extensions allowed if needed. Insurance industry experts tell ABC 10 that this is the most important part of Lara's sustainable insurance strategy. Okay, so, and I already told you all what this man did the other day. Basically what he did the other day, okay, where he said that he enacted a moratorium so that insurance companies could not say they're not going to renew or just try to cancel your policy within a year, okay, because of people having all this devastation. And then also the FAIR plan has $5 billion in LA wildfire exposure versus $5.78 billion for reinsurance. Now, this is the plan that they set in place. And this is from January the 18th of 2025. This is a new report. They say the state's FAIR plan has received 3,600 claims so far since the wildfires ravaged the Los Angeles area, with potential exposure totaling nearly $5 billion across the Palisades and Eaton fire zones. Now, California's insurer of last resort offered fresh details on its potential exposure and available financial resources a week and a half after wildfires devastated the Los Angeles area. The FAIR plan insurance companies, pop-ups. Okay, the FAIR can tap insurance companies to make up for financing gaps. Okay, and those companies can pass on costs to policyholders. In its update on Friday, FAIR said that it hasn't yet asked California's insurance commissioner to levy an assessment on insurers, adding that it has no role in how insurers manage asset costs or assessment costs. But Consumer Watchdog has previously estimated that California homeowners could be on the hook for $1,000 to $3,700 a surcharge, or possibly even more, in the event of a major fire. Okay, the LA fires are shaping up to be one of the worst disasters in U.S. history. Right, AccuWeather's latest estimate puts the total damage and economic loss at $250 billion to $275 billion. Meanwhile, CoreLogic estimated that insured losses from the fires could reach $33 billion to $45 billion. Now, before the LA fires hit, private insurance companies had already been curbing their exposure in California as natural disasters have been piling up in the state. And as a result, more homeowners were forced to turn to the FAIR for fire coverage, which has been its statewide exposure triple in recent years at $458 billion. Now, here's the thing. These people in Pacific Palisades are rich. These are celebrities. You think they can't afford the premium for FAIR no matter how much it is? Of course they can. So people like James Wood say that they don't have insurance. Well, that's his fault. He could have easily gone there and gotten insurance. Okay, please pay attention. There's no such thing, okay, as they just didn't have any way to get insurance. There was allotments made for that. Now, right? There were allowances made for that. Please pay attention. Now, with that all being said, let me just go to one more. This one is Florida. Florida insurance crisis. Why insurance companies are leaving Florida. This came out in January of 2025. Okay, the current Florida homeowners insurance crisis is the result of several factors, including hurricanes and litigation that have caused homeowners companies to pull back, leave the state, or even go out of business. Homeowners in Florida face some of the highest home insurance rates in the nation with dwindling coverage options. Now, insurance companies leaving Florida or reducing their exposure in the area include Farmers, Progressive, and AAA. This is a widespread problem. It's affecting tens of thousands of homeowners in Florida, according to Danny Sands, owner of Brightway Insurance, an insurance agency based in Jacksonville, Florida. However, several companies still offer homeowners insurance, including State Farm, Travelers, First Florida, and Nationwide. And there's some good news. The recent Florida Chamber of Commerce annual insurance summit held in December reported signs of stabilization thanks to change in legislation, okay, according to Insurance Journal reports. So, they have to implement legislation for these things, okay? I just want y'all to pay attention. With that all being said, I think that's the last one. Okay, and then here's another one from March of 2024. Insurance carriers are pulling out of California, and that includes not just the homeowner's insurance, but even the car insurance, okay? Because the car accidents increased 25% from 2020 and 2021. All right, and then it just talks about all the stuff that's going on with these damages due to wildfires and all of that. So, I mean, none of us should be surprised. We know these insurance companies never want to pay. We know this. All right. So now let's continue. Let's continue. Like stuff, everyone, please like and share. Now I hope that answered your questions. I mean, when nefarious things happen, and sometimes the Most High chooses to shine a light on it, and sometimes that's through disaster. Sometimes that's through disaster. All right. So Trump is closing IUT, the foreign U.S. crop, says Chief Hawk. What's the point of insurance and where does the money go? What do you mean, what's the point of it? The point of insurance is to pay for damages to your property, and the money goes to that. And in the insurance company's pockets. That's where it goes, beloved. I mean, we all know how insurance works. We know that they don't have a problem taking your money every month, like I said. But at the end of the day, when it's time for them to make these big payouts, they don't want to do it, period. They just don't. They'll find whatever excuses they can to keep from doing so. Now, let's talk about Snoop Dogg and Nelly, because they're getting all this backlash, supposedly, okay? And then this old video of Snoop Dogg when he was talking all that slick talk about Trump in 2017. And now, and I'm not going to play the whole thing because he said a couple of names that could be considered hate speech. Snoop Dogg, that is. So I'm just going to play a portion of it. And then on the last part, he's playing music. They're playing music, so I'm not going to play the whole thing.
Which one of you niggas going to do it first? I'll be the one that performs for himself.
Well, as you can see, that didn't age so well, okay? That clearly didn't age well for Snoop Dogg. So anyway, hold on. Let me share my screen. As a matter of fact, I'll just read this because I don't like this noise that it's making. Okay, rapper Snoop Dogg and Nelly are performing at the president-elected Donald Trump's inauguration events, with Snoop popping up at the first ever crypto ball on Friday night and Nelly scheduled for the official inaugural Liberty Ball on Monday. Now, the performances mark a significant shift, particularly for Snoop Dogg, who previously criticized Trump and its MAGA supporters. Newsweek reached out to press contacts for both Snoop Dogg and Nelly via email on Saturday for comment. Now, the crypto ball hosted by the incoming White House AI and crypto czar, David Sachs, took place at the Andrew W. Mellon Auditorium in Washington, D.C. on Friday night, with tickets ranging from $2,500 to $5,000. Snoop Dogg, dressed in a black jacket with gold buttons and a bow tie, performed his hits, including Drop It Like It's Hot, while DJing a mix of crowd pleasers from Journey's Don't Stop Believing to Bob Marley's Three Little Birds. Now, the event drew other notable guests, including fellow rapper Rick Ross and UFC star Colby Covington. Meanwhile, Grammy Award-winning artist Nelly, known for his global hit Hot in Her, will perform at the inaugural Liberty Ball, one of the 3 official inaugural celebrations on Monday, according to a press release from Trump Vance inaugural committee. So, people are very upset. Now, they say in 2017, Snoop Dogg, talked about his relationship with Trump, saying that it evolved significantly over the years. They say in 2017, he released a controversial music video featuring Trump-inspired clown character and criticized Black artists who would perform for Trump. However, his stance shifted after Trump commuted the prison sentence of Death Row Records founder Michael Harry O. Harris. So that's why he had a change of heart. Harris has been serving time for attempted murder and cocaine trafficking at Lompoc Federal Correctional Institution, where he received clemency on Trump's last day in office. This came after Snoop worked with activist Alice Johnson and who Trump also didn't Trump let Alice Johnson out? Yeah, he did. Okay, and producer Weldon Angelos to advocate for Harris's release. The Daily Beast reported that despite their previous conflicts, Snoop was appreciative of Trump's decision. Now, how many people that look like me has Biden let out? I'm really serious. Does anybody know? How many people that look like me did Biden pardon? Anybody have a number? I'll need to look into that because I have several questions, but let's continue. Now, in January of 2024, in an interview with the Sunday Times, Snoop said that Trump ain't done nothing wrong to me. He has done only great things for me. He pardoned Michael Harris, so I have nothing but love and respect for Donald Trump. All right. So anyway, what people are saying is this is culturally embarrassing and disrespectful as F. Okay, this is what somebody wrote on Instagram. Podcast host Ryan Sneed expressed strong criticism on Twitter or X, saying, "Yo, at Snoop Dogg, what made you go from this to simping for a felon, business fraud, rapist, and this felon, business fraud, rapist, and accused PDF file who failed to deliver the first time around?" Combat veteran and fan Travis Matthew echoed the disappointment on X, saying, "I never thought I'd have Snoop Dogg being a Trump supporter on my bingo card. What a effing disappointment." Well, here's the thing. And they said a myriad of things. Somebody said, so Snoop Dogg and Nelly are both performing at Trump's inaugural celebrations. I'm disappointed in both of them. But at the end of the day, we have to remember that rich people do not give a damn about the rest of us. Well, that's interesting because they want to say rich people don't give a damn about the rest of us. And that just might be true. But guess what? Y'all thought Biden did? Y'all thought Kamala did? I'm sorry. Please make it all make sense. Truth of the matter is none of these politicians give a darn about us as far as I'm concerned. And here's what I'll say to that. Now, me calling Snoop and Nelly sellouts on the thumbnail was clickbait, just so you know, because I don't consider them sellouts. You see, and here's why. At the end of the day, they have the right to their opinion, whether I like it or not, whether you like it or not. Quite frankly, whatever they're doing for Trump doesn't have anything to do with me. It's not going to impact my life. So why do I give a damn? I don't. And in fact, I think that some people need to stop being so opinionated and judgmental to things that have nothing to do with them. If you wouldn't perform for Trump, then that's fine. But if they want to, then that's them. Okay? I just think that people need to sometimes mind their own damn business because these are some of the same fools. And yes, I call them fools because anytime you're worried about what somebody else is doing that has nothing to do with your life, that does not impact your life one way or another, well, you're just crazy. But some of these are the same people that went in on Ice Cube and called him all kind of raccoons and stuff when Ice Cube was just trying to help his people. But you see, black people, most black people, all right, almost all black people, I'm going to go out on the limb and say almost all black people think with their emotions, not logically, and they want what they want. And like I told you all before, the one thing that I love about white people is that they can disagree out of 100 things that they have. They can disagree with 99 of those things and only have one thing in common. And that's enough to keep them together, unified for the collective. But black people can agree with 99 out of the 100 and only disagree on one thing, and that's enough for them to throw the rest of you or throw the person under the bus. Because that's what black people do. You see, this is why we can't get anywhere. This is why we can't get anywhere. When Ice Cube went and sat down, he first of all tried to go talk to the Democrats, and they told him, come back after the election. Well, here we are. A whole nother election has passed, and they still didn't sit down with Ice Cube, did they? No, they didn't. Or did they sit down with anybody else for a black agenda? No, they didn't. So when Trump's people offered to have Ice Cube come and sit down with them, that's what he did. Sometimes you got to dance with the devil to get through the fire. But some of y'all don't realize that. So some of y'all went in on Ice Cube, who has always, in my opinion, been pro-black. Okay, I never thought he was a sellout ever. And it was so embarrassing for the Negroes who chose to call him that, as far as I'm concerned. Because I totally and thoroughly disagreed then, and I disagree now. And at the end of the day, one thing that I know is this. I don't have to agree with everything somebody does. I don't have to agree with everything somebody says. That doesn't mean that I'm going to throw them to the wolves and go in on them and call them nasty names just because they did one thing that I don't like. D.L. Hughley, okay, I'm sure he had a whole lot to say. Right, and here's the thing. Willie D interviewed Nelly last night. Now I'm going to play some of that interview for you guys because, you know, it was very telling. It was very telling as far as the Queen's concerned. And shout out to Willie D for the interview. But I'll tell you what, Nelly made a whole lot of good points. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Nelly made a whole lot of good points. So let's get into it. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Now I'm going to start around the 20-minute mark, and I don't have permission to use this. So what I'm going to do is put up an overlay. Okay. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, because I feel like Nelly handled himself very well at the end of the day. And if I had been against him performing, by the time he finished this interview, I was all for it. Because like he said, it's his decision. We can't go around trying to force our beliefs on other people. But see, that's what black people do. That's what black people do. Okay, I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't vote for Kabami either. But at the end of the day, whether I did or didn't, nobody has the right to try to go in on me for whoever I voted for, or any of you either. But black people always want to have what I call selective outrage. That's what they want to do. They want to get mad about what they want to get mad about. They want to be upset about what makes them upset. And they want to voice their opinions, but feel like other people shouldn't have the right to do the same. Yeah, it's all very hypocritical as far as I'm concerned. And quite frankly, I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of it. Please pay attention. Please pay attention.
I love President Obama. I love Michelle Obama. I love the Obama family like everybody else. This has nothing to do with a political view. You see what I'm saying? Because you have your view and other people have their view. But above and beyond, when you hear certain people telling you don't go to holiday, don't go visit your family on holidays, because if you got a family member that voted differently than you, then you shouldn't go. Wait a minute, what?
Let me stop right there. I absolutely agree with him. Because at the end of the day, there was a whole lot of Negroes being divisive. Some of them that I know personally were saying, oh, well, I agree. When I brought this up to them, I said, well, y'all sit here and say that MAGA is divisive and Trump is divisive, but y'all are being divisive. Don't you think going in on people for their own choices that they have nothing to do with you, or telling people to stay away from their family? And then somebody told me, well, I can understand why they do it. I don't see anything wrong with it. I can understand why they do it. Well, okay, you can understand why they're doing it because that's suiting your narrative, but you can't understand why somebody else is doing it. That's selective outrage, okay? That's hypocrisy, and that's finest. And I don't give a damn who's mad.
What? I got a 90-year-old granny. I'm not going to go. What if my granny don't make it next year? We know tomorrow's not promised. So now I'm mad at the uncle who put me through high school, who paid for my car, who did this. Now I don't want to talk to him. So damn what he's done for me. I'm going to put politics over family. And you want me to believe that you for unity when you telling me don't go be with my family on the holidays because of politics? You should be the main component Your politics should first and foremost family unite. Family unite. That's what your politics should first and foremost family unite. Anybody that's telling you not to be with your family because of politics, that's who you listen to. I'm just saying, that's who you listening to. Well, then I'm cool. Then you right. Nelly the sellout. Nelly's not the one, because Nelly ain't gonna let nobody tell them what to do with his family.
I agree. And OG Patrice said they did the same thing when it came to those who took the jab or not. Exactly. That's what they did. Just all idiotic as far as I'm concerned. Like, people can't make their own decisions. And if they make a decision that you disagree with, you get to go in on them. Well, what about when you make decisions they don't agree with? Do you want the same treatment? No, of course they don't. Selective outrage yet again, but let's continue.
There's no way I'm not going to see my granny on Christmas. There's no way I'm not going to see my granny on Thanksgiving. There's no way I'm not going to hang with my little cousins. Oh, there's no way. There's no way. When I ain't seen them all year, some people I ain't seen in 2-3 years. Come on, man. That's whack. That's
when we got on the phone. You know, during our conversation on yesterday, you reflected on the intersection of your artistic expression and the political implications of your performance at Trump's inauguration celebration. And you provided some insight into your motivations and reasoning behind, you know, getting on that stage. And I started thinking, because I'm a thinker. Okay. I started thinking, because I like to be like, I have my convictions like everybody else. Yeah. But I think one of the reasons why I've gotten as far as I've gotten is because, you know, I seek the truth, and I like knowledge, and I like information. And if I hear something that's truthful, then, you know, I got to accept it, because I don't want to be a damn fool. I don't want to look like a fool. So when I thought about that performance, you performing on that stage.
Let me interject right here. Willie D is not telling the whole truth. He said when he hears the truth, he has to accept it, or he don't want to look like a fool. I beg to differ, Willie D, because when Cat Williams went on Club Shay Shay and exposed all those people and said things about them that were absolutely true, no lies detected, you didn't like it. You said that had he been on your platform, you would have reeled him back in. You said that if he was talking trash about Steve Harvey, you would have let him do so because you don't like Steve Harvey. But if it was people that you like, you wouldn't have let him do it. So I'm sorry, do you really promote the truth, Willie D? I have several questions at the end of the day, okay? At the end of the day, he said he would have reeled it back in. So that's hypocrisy at its finest, because what he's really saying is, oh, well, you can talk trash about the people I don't like, but when it's people I like, no, you can't say nothing about them. Miss Sheila said Biden was against TikTok. Yes, but now who's going to save TikTok? For all y'all business makers, specifically y'all Black business owners who have TikTok shops, who have made so much money on there that you don't even have to go to work at a 9-to-5 anymore. Are y'all saying anything about that? Biden's the one that was trying to take your democracy, him and Kamala, when they want to sit here and say, oh, Trump's going to take democracy. Well, maybe he is, but didn't they do the same? By censoring people and telling you what you could and can't say, and then wanting to shut down TikTok, knowing that is some people's livelihood, knowing that that's some people's bread and butter. Okay, let me just show y'all something. Let me just stop this share right here real quick. We'll get back to it, but let me just show y'all something, because I almost forgot to show you all this. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance, okay? Because at the end of the day, let's call out everybody. Let's not have selective outrage. Let's call out everybody who's done dirt, okay? Specifically against people who look like me. Let's call them all out. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil, shall we? Let's get into it, because here's a Black TikToker. Look at this poor lady. Look at this poor lady. Who did this? Why is she crying? She's crying because of Biden, okay? This is who she's crying about. Y'all pay attention.
It's really not fair that, like, they're banning TikTok, and I know it's dramatic as hell that I'm crying, but I just seen the video of the girl that made the renegade dance.
How I'm gonna survive. This app was literally supposed to be my way out. So for everyone who's saying, go get a job, I am literally working. I have no more time. I work almost every day doing DoorDash, and DoorDash pays $2 a delivery. And I Instacart. I have classes Monday through Thursday in person. I have been posting on this app almost every day for 5 years, guys. I've been posting on this app 3 to 5 times every day for the last
government. I'm never forgiving you for this. And I'm never going to trust you ever again because you just, like that, took away millions of people's income and livelihood. And who does that?
Yeah, I'll tell you who does it. Biden and Kamala. That's who. Biden and Kamala. That's who does it. Okay, you got any more questions? Okay, so I'm sorry. Selective outrage. Selective outrage. Okay. Now, Trump's supposed to impose that executive order on Monday to save TikTok. So all of y'all black folk who look like me, who's out here making all these hundreds of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, some people have become millionaires off of there from what I hear. So you're making all this money on TikTok. And the reason you're able to do so is because unlike other platforms, TikTok shops are so global. They're international. There's people purchasing from all over the world. Okay, now we could say in other places too, like Etsy, but at the end of the day, the bottom line is TikTok gives you more coverage. You get to reach a broader array of people. You get to do your own advertisements and commercials and stuff on there, all kinds of things to benefit you at the end of the day. And then there's some people who are getting paid nice commissions for promoting the sale of other people's products. So this is people's income and their livelihood. Okay, some people are devastated that they shut down TikTok. So I just want y'all to pay attention. That's why I said, if you're going to call people out, let's call out everybody, shall we? Let's not have selective outrage all our lives. Please pay attention. But let me continue.
For Trump's inauguration, this Republican guy who is a MAGA supporter and blah, blah, blah. I started thinking.
Oh, also, let me just say thank you, TC Dan, beloved. TC Dan just gifted a channel membership. Okay, you all be sure to shout him out. Thank you, beloved. Peace, love, and blessings to you. And Laverne Mitchell, thank you, beloved, for your $20 contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. I appreciate all who are contributing to the channel and my cash apps. And everyone, please be sure to like and share the video. Thank you.
Well, how different is that than getting on stage at one of these venues that's owned by a MAGA supporter, and we have all of our celebrities and entertainers get on those stages and perform. Every single, whether you MAGA, whether you this or that, everybody that we love get on those stages at some point, grace those stages, and you don't care if they're a Democrat or a Republican that owns that venue. The same thing with when we even on this medium that we're on right now, and we're sharing this information and having this discussion. This medium that we're using right now, even StreamYard, is not a Democratic-owned medium.
Right.
YouTube is not Democratic-owned. I mean, it's good. It's a public traded company, right? Google. YouTube is owned by Google, publicly traded company. But the CEO, and a lot of the people in upper management, they got different political views.
I don't think that matters. I don't think that matters to the people. Here we saying, I think sometimes, first of all, you're 1000% correct.
Hold on, let me interject again. Rob All Banks is telling Nelly to build his own venue and then says, why y'all not doing that? Well, here's the thing. What does that have to do with him performing for Trump? What does that have to do with him getting starting his own venue? Okay, what does that have to do with that, beloved, besides nothing? And here's the thing. At the end of the day, like Willie D just said, we're on YouTube. Who do you think owns it? Who do you think owns it? Y'all shop at Walmart. Who do you think owns it? Okay, I'm sorry. Please make it make sense. At the end of the day, didn't Walmart contribute to Trump's campaign? Yes, they did. And so did many other corporations that y'all also shop at and give money to. So you're all being hypocritical if you're trying to go in on Nelly and Snoop Dogg. You see, the thing about it is this. I think logically, and I exercise critical thinking skills. What I don't do is think out of emotion, because again, when you do that, you're not raising to the highest level of your capacity to operate in logic. That's what you're not doing. Nor are you using critical thinking skills. When you think based off of emotion, you tend to make no sense. Because if we're going to sit here and go in, okay, if we're going to sit here and go in on Nelly and Snoop Dogg, why do you think it's no problem then for you to be shopping and spending your money at Walmart and other corporations that finance Trump's campaign? Some of y'all are riding around in Teslas, okay, owned by Elon Musk, but y'all sitting up here trying to go in on them. See, some of you do exactly what you're accusing Nelly and Snoop Dogg of doing. You just do it behind closed doors. But you want to get on here and try to go in on them. Please make it make sense. Anybody that's on YouTube, including myself, okay, is not doing anything different than Snoop Dogg and Nelly. All right? Not doing anything different than them. Please pay attention. That includes me. Okay, we're on a platform owned by people who don't look like us. All right? All of us. Right now at this moment. And I know darn well y'all have heard about the disparity between how many Black people work for YouTube. Oh, I think it's less than 1%. At least that's what the former CEO said a few years ago. How many Black people have complained about being shadow banned or just different things going on? I'm sorry, but yet here we still are. Okay, so please, let's not throw stones when we all live in glass houses.
You're getting, I know this me and you talking, but it's people on here that ain't gonna go, they're not gonna swim that deep. Because to be on the surface right now, and it's easier to be up here and just regurgitate, because nobody wants to think for themselves. I'm not here to take up for Trump. I'm not here to take up for Republicans. I'm not here to take up for Democrats. I'm not here to take up for anybody that has a difference of opinion for me. I'm just saying we fought to have a difference of opinion. Dr. King had a difference of opinion. Brother Malcolm X had a difference of opinion. You are allowed to do that. I thought that our rights entailed a certain form of dignity to be like, yo, you know what? I can agree with that. I cannot agree with that. You have the right to do that, my brother. I'm not going to take that route, but I'm going to do this. I just didn't think that politics should be over.
If you've been injured in a recent car accident that wasn't your fault, I'm going to show you
the person, who we are. That's what I'm saying. Like, performing for somebody and voting for somebody is two different things. Endorsing people is two different things. And I don't.
Hold on, I got to stop right here. Deborah said, you still go to the Asian nail salons after they beat you. Exactly. I've seen plenty of Black women go there, okay? Sit down somewhere. So I know it better not be one Black woman in here going in on them when you got a head full of weave that you bought from where? Where did you get it? And where do you get your nails done? Please sit down somewhere. Hypocrisy at its finest. But let's continue.
I don't know how that come about. So, and I'm trying to keep it short because I don't want to go where I know we can go. So
to be clear, are you a Trump supporter?
Am I a Trump? I support the office of, I support the president of the United States, regardless of who's in office. Regardless, I respect the office. Like I told you again, I was born on this military base. My family has served, my brother. You say, well, what does that have to do? That has everything to do. That's the foundation of how you view everything. People get this thing, well, why do celebrities think they're above regular people? Because people put celebrities above regular people. Because now it matters what a celebrity does as opposed to what regular people do, right? So if we start looking at ourselves and say that we're no better than the men and women who protect this country, who don't have a choice and have to give their life regardless of who in office, then if I say if they can go to war and fight for this country, for the president, if a war breaks out in 2 months, they got to fight. They can't pack their bags up and come home. Even the ones that are agreeing that what you say he's a racist, even the ones that agree with it, they still got to fight. They still got to live their life because he's in office. He's the president. It doesn't matter. Are we talking about the president or are we talking about the candidate? Are you?
Giggles, thank you, beloved, for your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. I appreciate you.
You talking about candidate Trump or are you talking about President Trump? That's two different people to me.
The candidate Trump and the President Trump is two different people?
Two different people.
So you saying, I guess your point would be
because I don't think Obama would sit there and laugh and chuck it up when he know cameras are watching with a known racist. I don't think he would do it. I don't think he would do it. I don't think he would sit there, play buddy, chuck it up with somebody who he really thought was a known racist or Hitler or whatever they say. Like, I don't think he would do that. I just don't think he would do it.
I think he'd do it. I mean,
why? So why would he get a pass?
Because Obama is a former president, so it's the dignified thing to do. You know,
so it's politics again.
It's the politics.
So it's politics. It's politics. So we right back in politics again.
Now, I want you all to pay attention to how Willie D just contradicted himself. So he said it's the dignified thing to do. It's the dignified thing to do because he's a former president. So it's okay for him to do it. And in fact, when he does it, it's dignified. But if Nelly or Snoop Dogg does it, they're sellouts. I'm sorry. These are all black men. So why is he giving Obama a pass? Okay, I'm going to have to agree with Nelly on this yet again. Nelly's making some very good points. Okay, please pay attention.
Yeah. So politics.
It's also politics is the reason why Michelle is not.
So politics excuses politics. So politics excuses politics. I'm just looking for.
Now I want you all to pay attention to how Willie D makes allowances for the people that he likes, for the people that he's in favor of. He gives them a pass. He gives them an excuse. Oh, it's the dignified thing to do. Oh, okay. So Michelle isn't dignified because she doesn't want to come to the inauguration. Okay, I have several questions, but let's continue.
The equality in what you're saying. Because black people, we fight for equality. We fight for equality. We fought for equality. We fought to be able to be in the military, to defend the country that don't even respect us. We fought for that first. We fought to vote for a president that might not even respect us. We fought for that because we wanted the equality. But we are not now giving equal judgment. We're saying, okay, well, that's different. Yeah, he said some racist shit, but I don't believe he a racist. He might have said some racist shit, but I believe he a racist. Well, I'm not a politician, man.
Again, a very good point, because Biden has said the N-word in public and said a myriad of racist things, but black people never really call him racist. I find that all interesting. And when I, in fact, brought that to someone's attention one day, they said, oh, that was years ago. Well, I'm sorry, but they don't say the same thing about Trump when they talk about that housing stuff or whatever when they got sued. So please sit down somewhere else. Selective outrage. Okay, just call a spade and be done with it.
I'm not. You didn't see me out there on the campaign. You didn't see me telling y'all, yo, you should vote for this candidate. You didn't see me out there telling you should vote for this candidate. But I am honored to be performing for the office for the president of the United States. Regardless, ain't another president asked me to perform. Ain't nobody called Nelly. I would have performed.
Well, ain't nobody ever asked you to come to a Klan rally either. But, you know
what you mean? Why would I go to a Klan rally? I don't live in a Klan country.
Well, this is a Klan country.
No, this ain't no Klan.
No, this is a Klan country, man.
Where is it?
This is a Klan country.
Where it is?
This is a Klan country because, you know, when you think about the Black Panthers and you think about the Ku Klux Klan, the Ku Klux Klan is still riding. The
Okay,
Black Panthers,
all right, all right.
they
Oh,
just-
wait a minute.
they
What is
just-
the
they-
Klan? So
they
you saying it's a
dismantled-
Klan?
they
You saying it's a
dismantled-
Klan
they
country?
dismantled- they dis-
So the
yes,
Klan. Wait a minute.
This
Wait
is
a
a
minute.
Klan
Okay,
country,
hold on.
yes.
Okay.
That's why we have a Klan jury.
Okay, okay. So who
We
was
have a
the
Klan
who?
jury.
Hold on. And what party was the Klan?
What party is the Klan?
What party is the Klan?
The Republican Party.
Why? They was created by the
Democratic-
Democrats.
the
They was
Democratic-
created by.
Now you see how Willie D didn't want to admit that when Nelly said what party was the Klan, and he said Willie D said what party is the Klan? The Republicans. But who started the Klan, Willie D? You know what the man is asking. Okay, let's not skirt over it. See, it's amazing that Black folk love to give the Democrats a pass. Both parties are equally as nefarious. Not one any worse than the other, in my opinion.
The Democrats.
The Democrats, yes, the Democrat Party.
The Democrats created the Klan.
Yes,
That's what
they
you're
did.
saying.
Yes, they did.
Oh,
And-
okay.
and-
So what we talking about?
But you do understand.
So what we talking about?
But you do
OG?
understand that these are just names because
OG.
Check this out.
So
Hold on, let me
listen,
make a point
OG.
first. Let me
So
make
if
this
the
point though first,
so
man.
if the
Let me make a point.
Klan was created by the Democrats, if the Democrats created the Klan, they cool now?
Who cool now?
Whoever created the Klan.
No, ain't nobody cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Ain't nobody
So-
cool. But let me make this point. When I've heard a lot of people say stuff like, well, you know, Democrats, they created the Klan, so
They did.
Yeah, they did. Right. They absolutely created the Klan.
Why that don't matter though?
But listen to what I'm saying. All the Klan did was change parties. It's like they change parties like you change your name.
When
So
did
if,
they-
hold on.
when did
If
they
you
change-
hold on. If I go out here and shoot somebody and kill somebody right now,
Mhm.
Willie D killed that person. But
Mhm.
after I kill him, I change my name and say, my name ain't Willie D. My name Michael Stokes.
That was the most ridiculous analogy that he could have come up with, in my opinion. Okay, please pay attention. That is a terrible analogy, Willie D.
Michael Stokes killed that person, not Willie D. I'm the same person. The Democratic Party, the Republican Party, the Democrat Party and the Republican Party are based on ideologies. It ain't got
no facts, but I'm
it's
saying
based on
I'm not
ideology.
for either.
So they
But
just,
if we
all the
independent-
parties did was change names.
But if we're
all they did
independent,
was change their name and they kept those same ideologies.
but what I'm saying is that I'm only speaking on the facts. I'm not telling you what party you should be, OG. But I'm not telling you what party you could be. But if you ask me something, if you say, yo, this is a Klan country, okay, then well, where the Klan come from? The Klan came from this party. So all the damage that the Klan did in the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, like we from the South. I was born in Texas. You live in Texas. I was raised in Missouri, a slave state, and all of that. So all the damage that they did, but that party. So we supposed to forgive everything that come along with that, right?
No, they did it under a different name. It's the same people. They just changed their name. That's all I'm saying. It's the same people. They just changed their name.
What the hell does that even mean, Willie D? It's the same people, but they just changed their name. So how does that even make sense? Okay, how does that even make sense? It's the same people, but they just changed their name. I want y'all to pay attention. Okay, I want y'all to pay attention. Now, he really think he said something with that talking point, but let's continue.
They changed their name. That's all they did. It was just a name change. It's the same people.
But we okay in it. It's cool. It's cool.
No, it's not. No, it's not cool. It's not cool because, as I mentioned earlier, if we want some action in this country, we're gonna have to get down with somebody. And I do agree with what you said yesterday. I do agree with what you said yesterday when you said that we gotta get down with whoever get down with us.
Now, Byron B says Nelly won't let him speak. He sounds like he's speaking from emotions, although he's making some good points. I disagree. I think Willie is the one who won't let Nelly speak, and Willie is definitely the one speaking from emotions, because just keep listening and you're about to find that out in just a few seconds. At the end of the day, Nelly is speaking logically. Everything Nelly is saying is the truth. He's not speaking with his emotions. He's speaking with a logic. Okay, please pay attention. Now you're gonna see who's in their emotions because Willie D's gonna flat out tell on himself.
Whoever gonna rock with us, whoever gonna give us what we need, whoever gonna bow down to our commands, that's who we need to be meeting with and having conversations with.
Who's presenting the best options of being able to, what you say, evolve? If you want to use lack of word, I mean, use a term. And I'm saying that from a standpoint of growth. I'm saying it from a standpoint of being able to fend for ourselves. Like you said, like we so keen on this government to fix us when, plain and simple to me, why are we asking white people to fix us when they the person that broke us in the first place?
Right.
Like we got to fix ourselves, my brother. Like I do believe that, but I believe that the right is too far right, and I believe that the left is too far left. I definitely believe that.
Stop.
I definitely believe.
Hold on. Let me go get. You just pulled out the shotgun.
No, I'm just saying. Like I definitely believe
too far left, and the right is too far right.
Definitely. I definitely believe the left is too far left and the right is too far right. That's why I don't want to sound like I'm defending what somebody has done in the past. I'm just saying let's hold everybody to the same accountability. That's why I'm trying to choose my words when I'm saying certain things, because I don't want to sound like I'm defending anybody. I just want to say, like, if you're going to do that for this, let's do that for this. If not, then it's never going to be, we're never going to move, right? Because we know anger stifles progress.
Preach, Nelly. Now y'all want to sit here, Byron B, and say Nelly is not using logic? What did he say? Anger stifles progress. Okay, I want y'all to pay attention. This man is talking with plenty of sense. Keep going, Nelly.
Anger don't do nothing but destroys. You know what I'm saying? It destroys. And we're not going to get anywhere by...
The hardest thing is obviously finding products to sell and then getting authorized to sell those products. So with Ecom Authority, they've been
fucking up our own shit, basically. I forgot you. I'm making sure you ain't on TV. I ain't want to say that, but yeah. So I'm working with anybody, man. Like I said again, I will work with Republicans, Democrats, anybody that's in my city to help my city be better. I don't care about a party. I don't care about a party, because to me, I mean, to be frank, I don't want to offend nobody. Both parties full of shit. Like they need each other to keep the other one going. And then you got correspondents and people are.
Hold on, Byron B said I never said that, Queen. Byron B, I literally just put your comment on the screen, beloved. You absolutely said that Nelly is talking from his emotions, or you said he won't let Willie D speak, and he's speaking from his emotions. That's what you said. And I said I disagree. Willie D is the one who won't let him speak. And Nelly is speaking with logic, and Willie D is led by his emotions. That's what you said, beloved. Rewind so you can see your comment on the screen, honey. Please pay attention. I ain't lying on you.
People get paid to tell you who to vote for. In that grand scheme of things alone, you know it's some bullshit. Like how can somebody get paid to tell you who to vote for?
Exactly.
And you think that's honest?
Exactly.
You think that's coming from an honest place, or is that coming from a place of, well, shit, no wonder if they candidate lose, then they're going to lose money. Of course they're mad. So it results in them telling you not to visit your family during the holidays. And that's wild. That's the only thing I can't get down with. I'm just like, yo, we should never be trying to tell any of us not to be with our families. You see what I'm saying? We all know tomorrow ain't promised. We all know that, yo, regardless of what happened, we should be able to come together as family. And I'm just saying, if you truly about unity, then stop saying get away from it. Stop saying get away. Stop saying get away if you truly about unity. Because if you truly about unity, then be about unity. If you truly rolling with righteousness, then yo, just say what's right. Now, if somebody do what's wrong, then we can acknowledge it and then understand that you have a choice. I'm not defending anything that President Trump, candidate Trump, realtor Trump did in his. I'm not. No, You got the right to be pissed if it affected you. You got the
Okay, Byron B, let me just tell you why I said that, beloved. You said I did, but you just said that I said Nelly wasn't using logic to make his point. Well, you did say that. Let's not play with semantics, beloved. You literally said Nelly was talking from his emotions. So if someone is talking from their emotions, they are lacking the ability to speak logically. I've said that 1,000 times, and that is, in fact, is the truth. So maybe you didn't say it out of your mouth. Oh, Nelly's not using logic. You didn't say those exact words, but you clearly said, beloved, that he's speaking emotionally. So when people speak emotionally, they are not using logic or critical thinking skills. So you really did say that. You just said it in different words. Okay, now you're playing with semantics. But let me continue.
The right to be angry if it affected you. Like, you had the right to vote for him or not vote for him. But as of today, he's the president of the United States. And I'm performing for the office that I was taught to respect out of people that gave their lives for this country, that was in the military on my side. I was taught to respect that office. Regardless.
I'm gonna give you some credit for this right here, bro, because you know, I don't have family that's directly close to me that have served in the military. I'm not a military brat, right? I don't have like a brother or a father, who served in the military. I don't even know if I have an uncle who I'm sure somewhere down the line I got an uncle somewhere, but I'm not. I haven't been that close to the military. Like I got some friends who have served, but my thing is, so I understand your experience, because of that experience that you had is very different from my experience. Okay. And I know that I know what you're saying when you're talking about like being able to sit down and have a conversation with anybody, and it doesn't matter the Democrat or Republican, they all full of shit or whatever. And I do know that they all are full of shit. Both parties are full of shit. I do know that. Mm-hmm. However, I'm one of those dudes that I can hold a grudge. And,
now this is the part I really want you all to listen to, because in my humble opinion, this is where Willie D puts his foot in his mouth. All right. With that all being said, TC Dan, thanks for your insight into the topic and your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. TC Dan says, our politics is so divided because our politicians aren't addressing the real needs of the people. Also, did you cover Miss Valley State marching and inauguration? No, I did not. But I'm going to be talking about the protest in the inauguration, beloved. Okay, right after these messages. Okay, so please pay attention. Now, let's get back to it, because this is all about to get real juicy.
The thing about Trump was that when and look, I'm not even a big Barack Obama advocate of, but when he came after Barack, I took it personal because I knew that he was coming after Barack because Barack was a black man and Barack was about to become the commander-in-chief. There are white people out there who are okay with black folks being a mayor, a governor, perhaps a governor, senator, congressperson, city council, chief of police, mayor. But when Barack looked like he was about to become the president, the number one uno, a lot of people lost their minds and showed their true colors. And before that, Trump had never went after a president on that type of scale. He never went after a president like that. When he started calling Barack, saying Barack, bringing up the birther issue.
Oh,
and
listen, hold on. And again, we're talking about candidate Trump. We're talking about the dirty game of politics, right? We're talking about the dirty game of politics.
I love when Nelly says we're talking about the dirty game of politics, because I already told you guys that this is all bullshit. It's politics, that these are games they play. This is, in fact, the Truman Show. Because why in the hell is Willie D holding a grudge about it when, as you can see, Former President Barack Obama is not holding a grudge himself. He's sitting up there laughing and kicking with Trump. So if Barack Obama isn't still mad about it, why is Willie D? I'm going to need him to make that make sense, okay? Why is Willie D still holding a grudge if Barack himself? Honey, one thing about the Queen is I'm never going to be more upset about something that happened to anybody than they themselves are. Why am I more mad about something that happened to you than you yourself are? Make that make sense. But let's continue.
Politics, which I'm not okay, and I'm saying that's why I stay out. I'm not telling you who to go for, or
no, I got your point,
or who not to go for. I understand that part. That's why I don't perform on the trail, on the campaign trail.
And let's go back to it. Ebony Eye says Barack being a black man was not the issue. Trump supported Jesse Jackson's presidency. It is true. Barack Obama was not born in the United States. I mean, I've heard that wasn't true myself at the end of the day. And yes, he did support Jesse Jackson's presidency. Okay. He also defended Michael Jackson when everybody else was calling Michael Jackson a PDF file. Okay. When Kamala Harris was talking greasy about Michael Jackson, look it up. There's video footage of Trump defending Michael Jackson and saying that his children have gone and visited Michael Jackson and saying that stuff was not true about Michael Jackson. Okay, but go off, Willie D. LA Mammy says left wing, right wing, same bird. Exactly, beloved. Thank you for your contribution to the channel and your insight into the topic. You're absolutely right. I've said that a myriad of times.
I don't do that. I'm gonna let that ride. You do your thing, because I know how messy that can get. They both spewing lies. Everybody's telling lies across the board. Everybody's giving half-ass information on both sides. On both sides. Everybody's doing it. That's the game. It's been the game. They playing the game. It's business. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know why everything else gets taken out and we want politics to be the purest form of people's relationship, and we know that it's the worst form of people.
Yeah, politics is a dirty game.
It's a dirty game.
To finish my point, I was saying that because I hold a grudge so good, it's one of my greatest assets, and but also shortcomings. I can admit that. But so I under no circumstance would ever.
Mahogany says Obama's just playing nice. He doesn't like Trump, and my research shows Obama was born in Hawaii. Well, I'd like to see your research, first of all, because anybody can say anything. And the last thing I'll say is this. How do you know that Obama is just playing nice? Okay, how do you know that? All right? How do you know that? That's just what you think. You don't know what Obama's really doing. You don't know Obama in real life, and neither do I, but I know what I saw. Okay, I can definitely go by what I saw and say that he was laughing it up and kikiing and ha-ha with Trump. That's what I saw. Not to mention, according to the forensic lip reader, says that Trump told Obama they need to meet in private to discuss something. So if he's going to meet with them in private, what's he going to be doing then? Playing it up too, or playing nice? At the end of the day, honey, all these people are working together as far as I'm concerned, okay? They are all working together. Like I told you all before, at the end of the day, it's no different. See, they play up these things during the campaign trail for people to pick a side and for it to be juicy and all this stuff. It's no different than when you're watching a football or basketball game and you're cheering for your favorite team. All right? That's all it is. It's political theater. It's the Truman Show. And if you don't know that, then I, beloved, don't know what to tell you. Okay? Now, you can speculate that Obama's playing nice, but how do you know that he doesn't really like Trump? Okay? And here's another thing. To the point about Trump saying that stuff about Barack's birth certificate, Trump is the same person who had people chanting, lock her up, talking trash about Hillary. But then when he got in office and they said, are you going to lock Hillary up? He said, oh, no, I'm not going to lock her up. I think she's been through enough. So that lets you know that Trump was just stoking the fire because it was on the campaign trail. He was doing whatever he wanted and needed to do to garner votes, okay? And that's what these politicians do. Okay, please pay attention. And you need to dig a little deeper about that birth certificate. But let's continue.
Perform at a Trump inauguration because of that. Like,
okay,
I don't like the dude, and I'm gonna forever not like the dude. I don't like him, you know, and I'm just gonna keep that same energy. And I know there's other people out there that's worthy of this vitriol that I carry. But Trump, he got a special place, you know, for this angst, man. He got a special place. He earned it. And so you being my friend, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna say it publicly. I absolutely forbid you to perform at that inauguration.
But Willie D, let me tell you something.
So back when I was in college, my dad started sending me screenshots of this new online skill that he learned. And he was...
Now I want you all to pay attention. Willie D just told Nelly that he forbids him to perform at the inauguration. Now he said it like he's half joking, but he's absolutely serious in my opinion. Now I want y'all to listen real close because Nelly's about to expose Willie D. He's literally about to expose him, okay? I'm gonna need y'all to pay attention, okay? Karima said Nelly's telling the truth. He absolutely is. He absolutely is, okay? Fat Boo said they're all family. Absolutely. Aren't Trump and Hillary cousins? Isn't Obama cousins of George Bush? All right. Red Cheetah said, you ain't lying, Queen. Thank you, beloved. Now let's continue.
I was with you at a party, at a gathering that we just did in your town. We was at a club and we came out, we were partying. The people wanted me to come out, say a few words, rap a few songs. They ain't paid me. The people, they turned back, they looked at the OG Willie D. You held up your cash app and you told them people, there it is. Now I respected you for it. I respected you for it, but them was the people that wanted Willie. The people. And I'm here to tell you, wasn't no white, a few white faces in there, but that club was full of black faces. And they wanted that OG Willie to come out there and just say a few words to the people. My OG held up that cash app, and then I think you might have held up that PayPal after that. But it was a cold move, and I respected you for it. I said, hey, he get that right to do that because he put that work in, and I'm sure he has his reasons on why he do that. So out of my love and respect for the OG, I'm not going to even question his reasons. What I do know is that I believe that he's a brother of integrity. So I'm sure he got his reasons not to come out here and do what the people is asking him to do. So I'm gonna let him have his choice. And I respected it.
You know what, bro? That was a low blow. It was
now you heard that. Willie D said that was a low blow. See, Nelly exposed him. Okay, Nelly exposed him just now. He said that, and this was recent. We were just at a club. That's what he said. The people wanted Nelly to come out and say a few words or perform a couple of songs. They didn't pay me, but Nelly did it. But when they asked Willie D held up his cash app, and Nelly made sure to let us know it was black people. So Willie D, for you to sit there and act as though you're defending black people, as though you're going against Trump for the sake of black people or how he's done black people, Willie D, you're a whole ass hypocrite because you wanted the black people to pay you for a few words. Can I get an amen? All right. Can somebody say preach? John Drea says, Queen, you are glowing today. Thank you, beloved. Says, hello, family. Love y'all. And we love you right, black beloved. And thank you for your kind words and your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay, now y'all heard that. Oh, Willie D. And now Willie D's crying foul. Talking about that was a low blow. Now let's rewind it back a little bit now.
Cash app. And then I think you might have held up that PayPal after that. But it was a cold move, and I respected you for it. I said, hey, he get that right to do that because he put that work in, and I'm sure he has his reasons on why he do that. So out of my love and respect for the OG, I'm not going to even question his reasons. What I do know is that I believe that he's a brother of integrity. So I'm sure he got his reasons not to come out here and do what the people is asking him to do. So I'm gonna let him have his choice, and I respected it.
You know what, bro? That was a low blow. It was
that was
very well articulated, though. I mean, very well articulated, but
that's the truth.
It was the truth. It was a low blow, though.
Because you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that was a low. I don't think that was a low blow at all. I think it was a blow explaining, like, even if we don't agree with that, if you fuck with the person, then you gonna allow that person to do what they do and not question and or what you said forbid. Like, I'm like, after evil, like, all right. So because my personal reasons are never involved in why you won't do something, OG. I will never put my personal reason, because I believe in you. I trust you. I know you very well up on top of your game. So if you say you don't want to do something, I'm not gonna question it. Now, if you feel at liberty to talk to me behind the closed door and explain why you didn't want to do it, then I'm gonna take that forward. But I would never tell you in public, I forbid you to do something, because you got a voice. You got a voice, and you the OG.
Now I want y'all to pay attention to what Willie D says next.
You the legend. You the GOAT. Like, this is, I'm not. I can't do that. I would never get into that. I would never get into that.
But man, I appreciate you coming on, man, and I appreciate you being candid.
Willie D said enough. God damn it, this interview is over. Y'all heard that? Willie D said he wrapped it up real quick on that note. Well, I appreciate you for coming on, man. I appreciate you for being candid. That was the end of that. Willie D said, oh, hell no, Ninja. You done exposed me for filth. All right, I'm sorry. Say what? I say who? I say what, when, and where, and why. Willie D said it's time to go. And on that note, we're out of here, Nelly. Nice seeing you. But now I got to go, in the words of Tasha K. All right? Ooh, honey, what y'all got to say about that? Well, Cypher said, when Queen speaks, it's like harmony in my ears. Thank you, beloved. Okay, I just want y'all to pay attention. Willie D said, oh, honey, y'all got to pay me, and held up his Cash App and his PayPal, according to Nelly. Then he said that was a low blow. Why was it a low blow? It was a low blow for you to tell that man that you forbid him to perform. Okay? Nelly has a new child, him and Ashanti. Maybe he needed the cash. Okay? Maybe he needed a cash. We don't know his reasons for why he's doing it. At the end of the day, whatever the reason is, it's his damn business. Okay? Please pay attention. Please pay attention. And then here's another thing. You know, Black people, like I said, they love to cancel people when people don't go along with their narratives and opinions and ideology. They cancel poor Chrisette Michele because she performed at Trump's last inauguration. And we haven't heard from Chrisette Michele since. Isn't that a darn shame? Cancel culture is a thing, people. All right? Willie D held up that Cash App, though, and Nelly exposed it. Yeah, Nelly exposed it. Then Willie D want to cry foul and then wrap up the interview. Just want y'all to pay attention. He got up out of there real quick. Well, thank you, Nelly, for coming on here. We won't be seeing you. Odd Negroes official said he's a married man with children. Exactly. Danger said Willie D got punked by Nelly. I don't know what he thought he was going to do when he brought Nelly on there. If he thought he was going to shame that man. See, here's the thing, Black folk. You know, listen, I love y'all to life. I love my people. Lord knows I do. But at the end of the day, listen, y'all need to stop. Some of you need to stop trying to shame other Black folk because they don't agree with your ideology, whether we like it or not. Sometimes people go in a different direction than the one we're traveling. But we should not go in on them or just kick them to the wayside unless they do something really nefarious, unless they do something really that impacts us in a negative way. Nelly and Snoop Dogg performing for Trump, that don't have nothing to do with any of us. Okay? If you don't like it, just don't tune in and watch. Just don't tune in and watch. That's it. It's as simple as that. Okay. Now, with that all been said, let's get into the protesting of it all. Because, honey, when I tell you, they say thousands upon thousands of people descending upon the U.S. Capitol ahead of Trump's inauguration. And they are protesting, in fact. So let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen. And this is the Australian news reporting on this. So I'm going to share my screen. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Honey, they is going in on Trump about this inauguration. It's a bunch of women who are upset. Some of these people are upset about the abortion ban and all that stuff or whatever. They have a myriad of questions.
Trump's inauguration, thousands of protesters opposing.
Yeah, interesting, because this People's March was expected to be hundreds of thousands of people making their way through the streets of Washington, D.C. up to the Lincoln Memorial. In the end, it was probably a few thousand or so, a crowd far smaller than the same event 8 years ago when Donald Trump was about to become president for the first time. This was a group of people with a mix of concerns. Many of them were women, many of them concerned about reproductive rights they say could be eroded under Donald Trump and the Republicans. There were gender rights issues, but also people talking about wanting criminal justice for Donald Trump. Interesting, given that in just 2 days' time from now, he will be America's 47th commander-in-chief. What we got a sense of today on the streets, though, that despite the big win Donald Trump had, winning swathes of American support across the country, is this is still very much a divided country. Not only were there thousands of protesters making their way up to the Lincoln Memorial, but there were also plenty of pro-Trump supporters who have gathered here in Washington, D.C. to see the man they support, the man they voted for, be sworn in as America's 47th president. We spoke to a few of the people from both sides gathered here today. This is some of what they had to tell us.
He's a liar. I'm old school. If you're a liar, you can't be the president of the United States. He's a lying liar who lies about the lies that he's told.
What are you worried about under a Donald Trump presidency?
What am I not, honestly? I would say it has to be abortion rights. As a 19-year-old woman, I don't know what it's looking like if I need protective care.
Why is your biggest issue having to drive to another state to kill your own child?
And how old are you, Angela?
I'm 18.
So you voted in November for the first time?
Yes, sir.
And you voted for?
Trump.
So they're a little bit of the pulse of the people who gathered here in Washington, D.C. You can see some of the Trump merchandise here outside the U.S. Capitol on sale, given the large crowds that have already travelled here for the inauguration, which was supposed to take place on the steps of the U.S. Capitol building behind me. Donald Trump has decided, given the forecast of -5 Celsius down to around about -12, it won't be happening for the first time since 1985. The inauguration taking place inside in the rotunda here at the U.S. Capitol, where the preparations are underway. But outside on the National Mall, where the huge crowds were gathered, well, they're starting the work of taking everything down. It is going to be a very, very different inauguration indeed. Donald Trump will return to this area. He'll go to his golf club in Virginia, just outside Washington, D.C.
Now, I want you all to pay attention, because that first man got me. He said he is a lying liar who lies. He said he's a lying liar who lies, and he lies about the lies he's lied about. I didn't know what he said. That was hilarious. He said, I'm old school. And if you're a liar, you can't be president. Sir, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but every president that we've had thus far has lied, sir. Okay? If you're a liar, you can't be the president. Honey, we'd never have one if that were the case. But he said he's a lying liar who lies, and he lies about the lies he's lied about. Ooh, that was a good one. I'm going to use that. Please pay attention.
2 days away from Donald Trump's second inauguration, and his supporters, as his supporters travel to support him, there are also thousands of people who are starting to gather in the nation's capital right now as part of the People's March. It's organized by hundreds of advocate groups in protest of his second presidency and his policies. Sister marches will also take place across the country and internationally. Even you're seeing all the spots right there, that in green. That's where they're happening. People's March advisor Ashley Woodard Henderson joins us now to talk about this event. Ashley, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us here on ABC News Live. So who is involved in the People's March? What are the goals here?
There are over 100 organizations across the United States involved in this protest today, Gio, and I'm excited to be one in the number. People are mobilizing in all of the hollers and hoods, the rural and urban communities, the suburban communities across this country, as an exercise of faith to say that, listen, I know that maybe this feels like a time of great loss and anxiety and grief because we've seen MAGA loyalists rise into governing power. But this is just the beginning of our great comeback, that this is a time where folks in the immigrant justice movement, they're going to fight against the mass deportations of our neighbors and our relatives, the folks that are going to fight so that man-made climate disasters cease and are a distant memory, and we are living in healthy, sustainable, and equitable communities, the folks that are fighting to live in a world full of peace instead of a world full of war, the folks that will prioritize people over the billionaire bros of the bro-ligarchy that Donald Trump is building here in DC. These folks are coming to say, we believe in the power of the people to be able to stop these bad conditions from happening and actually change the course of this country to make sure that we're bending the moral arc of the universe and this country with our own elbow grease. So I'm proud to be one in the number. There are over 100 organizations that are involved, and you can see the list at peoplesmarch.com.
And Ashley, as you're speaking, we're seeing live images there from Washington, D.C., right next to you, where you're seeing that first march there start to kick up. So 8 years ago, the historic Women's March on Washington, it became one of the largest single-day protests in American history. And yet since then, many women feel that their reproductive rights have been sharply limited or taken away completely in the overturning of Roe v. Wade. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think this is a moment of intervention around it to say that despite the ways that the Trump administration and his loyalists, even down the ballot, sometimes in our own local communities, who are saying that women's right to choose is not something that they are going to support, folks that are saying that they are going to target LGBTQ communities, we're saying no. Like, if no one else will protect and defend our folks, we will show up and do it. There are over 350 local actions that are also taking place today. That's just what we can count. Honestly, it's probably a low number because it rises by the second. So as we continue to see MAGA forces up and down the ballot, corporate Democrats up and down the ballot, continue to dismiss the needs of working families, the hundreds of thousands of people that are mobilizing today are saying, we are the ones that we've been waiting for.
All right, Ashley Woodard Henderson, thank you so much for being here. We so appreciate it.
All right, so y'all heard that, but listen, you know how Trump's been talking about, the deportation of many of these migrants and all that. Well, some of the migrants are self-deporting. It has been reported that they're deporting themselves. This was reported a couple of days ago. This was reported, and I meant to tell you all about this, but let's get into it. Here they are leaving of their own free will. Hold on. The volume, but I'm sorry, I'm hitting the wrong thing.
On this story, Jorge, how many migrants are we actually seeing doing this, leaving voluntarily?
Right now, Marky, it's unclear, but we are starting to see a trend, and this comes as cities across the U.S. and Mexico are now bracing for President-elect's deportation operation. But his hardline messaging on those deportation efforts have some migrants panicking and some even choosing now to self-deport back to their home countries. I spoke with immigration attorney Rolando Vasquez, who tells me that some of the immigrants that he represents that entered under the Biden administration are now choosing to return home, fearing deportation under the incoming administration.
Just as recent as yesterday, they notified me that they're going to depart the country voluntarily, and understanding that, the Trump administration is going to carry through on their promises.
And it's not just Trump's deportation plans that are influenced these decisions. Vasquez says it's also that Mexico is now open to accepting non-Mexican deportees. Mexico's move would impact Cuban and Venezuelan migrants the most, since those countries typically do not accept deportation flights from the U.S., but may from Mexico.
This is causing for many migrants to leave on their own, knowing that they're either going to be deported to their home country or be deported to Mexico. And they obviously, the overwhelming majority of them do not want to be in Mexico.
And my sources in Mexico tell me that it's likely that cartels and smugglers will exploit, kidnap, and extort those newly deported migrants. As of right now, it's unclear if Mexico has a plan to protect those deported migrants, Marky.
Yeah, border's about to change on Monday. At least that's what voters were promised. Migrants are already.
Poor migrants. They're already leaving, you guys. They've already packed their bags, and some of them are just self-deporting. What do y'all have to say about it? What do y'all have to say about it? You know, a lot of these migrants go through a whole lot of trouble to get here. Now they're just turning around and packing their little bags. Our Negroes official said, also remember Pluto is in Aquarius tomorrow, too. A lot happening in the universe. A shift is coming. Hallelujah. Okay. DJ Big Six said, be gone. Y'all are so low down. T Love said, go home. What? Y'all are terrible. E.A. Johnson, RN said, bon voyage. O.T. Patrice said, bust out the violins. You all are heartless. Ebony I said, bye-bye, illegal immigrants. This is all sad. This is all sad. Wow, really, people? That's what y'all are doing? Fat Boo said, exit stage left. Black Lily said, their party is over. John Dress said, they're taking all the work. Okay. Well, I guess that about sums it up. So that's what y'all say about it. All right. You know, so with that all being said, I'm up out of here. For anybody who cares, I'll likely be live broadcasting the inauguration tomorrow, because I want to see what all goes down. All right. Marsh said, I have no problem with migrants entering legal. However, the illegal migrants, bon voyage. Songwriter Sonny said, buy wigrants. Y'all are terrible. Okay. Sandra said they came and got part of our reparations money. So bye. All right. Anyway, with that all being said, I'm out of here. Listen, I love you all. You all make my day. Okay. You all literally make my day. Even those of you who are nefarious. Okay. With that all being said, Aquarius MC says I can get some home improvement work now. Wait a minute. CJ says the whole country is built on lies. T-Love said, buy tethers. Y'all are something else. Oh my goodness, I absolutely cannot. Anyway, with that all being said, listen, I'm getting out of here. For y'all leave any more nefarious comments. Listen, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Okay, I love y'all. I hope y'all really do enjoy this day. Oh, I'm sorry. No. I forgot. One more thing. I got to let y'all see this lady, because she got some bad news from Trump. For some of you women, please pay attention.
Already, your president out here making big moves, okay? Yeah, I said y'all president, because whether you like it or not, he gonna be your president. But let's talk about what he is doing, okay? For them BBMs, okay? Baby, I know they somewhere in a huddle upset. They probably done all got together. It's gonna be a conference here pretty soon, okay? Because I know they is mad, all right? So the new law, okay, is if you put your child's father on child support, you cannot claim that child at the end of the year. Did y'all hear me? You cannot claim that child at the end of the year. Now, we all know this should have been done a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Because mothers have been they've been getting all the support, all the government assistance. They've been getting it all. You know what I'm saying? I'm so glad that we got a president who's like, no, fuck, F that. F all of that bullshit, okay? Ladies, how y'all feeling out there? Are y'all mad? I'm saying, I guess I would be mad too, you know what I'm saying, if I had kids, but I ain't got kids, so I ain't mad. And I'm just saying, I feel like that is equal. Like, why should a father have to pay child support all year long for you to claim the child? That doesn't make sense. They paid for that child. They're paying because that child is not living with them. Okay? All I'm saying is that tax money y'all thought y'all was gonna get back. Y'all not gonna get it back. And I'm here for it. Do you understand me? I'm here for it. I support it 1,000%. Okay? It's about time. I hope he changed some more of those laws, okay? And help these fathers be active in their children's life. I'm not talking about the ones who told you to get rid of that baby and you kept it anyway. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the ones who are fathers, who want to be fathers, who trying to be fathers, but you don't want that because you want that money. Now, I want to know how you feel about that. You know what I'm saying? Are you angry? Are you upset? I know all the daddies listen, they screaming hallelujah, okay? I'm with them. I'm screaming hallelujah with them. Do you understand me? Because that's what's up. This is what's up. This what y'all president done did, okay? I told y'all, he gonna stand on business. Whether you like him or not, he gonna stand on business. Do you hear me? He told y'all that, right? Okay. I just came to see if the single mothers is okay. You know what I'm saying? Are y'all doing all right now? Just let me know. You know what I'm saying? All right. Love you. Bye.
Another Queen Amadaya production.
Haze on the corner, they talking real loud. Spreading no light, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough.
Okay, she's nefarious. She's absolutely nefarious. Now, here's what I'll say. Laverne said, Queen, look out for something I sent you. Okay, beloved. Thank you. With that all being said, that sounds fair to me because a lot of these babies' mothers, they absolutely take the money and use it for bullshit like Birkin bags. Okay, getting their weave and the nails done and all that. Some of them do it. Y'all know it's true. Okay, at the end of the day, they don't spend all that money on those kids. And here's the thing. I, for one, think that child support should be divvied up evenly. I think that whatever amount the father's paying, the mother should have to spend that same amount. Nobody should be paying tens and thousands of dollars for child support, as far as I'm concerned. Okay? I think that child support is divisive. And I also think that it's crazy for men to go to jail when they don't pay child support. Because here's the thing. If you're in jail, how are you going to catch up if you get behind on child support? All right? There should be some other way to get them to pay at the end of the day. And with that all being said, a lot of these women, they get the money from the fathers and they claim the child every year. I think you should have to take turns. If the mother claims the child this year, the father should get to do it next year. And then it goes back to the mother and then the father. That's how it should be. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. I think the child support was implemented to be divisive. All right, it is divisive. It sows seeds of discord between the mother and the father. And just to let you know how bad it can be, I have a friend who teaches 8th grade, and I remember a few years ago, she said that one of her students, when she asked the class, what do you want to be doing 5 years after you graduate high school? And then one little girl said, well, I want to have 3 kids. And my friend said, but you want to be married, right? And she said, no, if I get married, I can't get child support from it. Now, who taught her that? So she thinks that it's a more stable and secure life for her to be able to have 3 kids with no father in the house and to be able to collect child support rather than having a husband who's in the house paying bills and actively there to help guard his children or raise them. Y'all see where this new generation is going? So yeah, I have to agree. And let's just keep it a buck. Some of these women just take out child support to be nasty. And then they complain, okay, when the father gets a new girlfriend or whatever, and they want to be all bitter, all right, and just all kinds of nefariousness at the end of the day. Or really says she wants to grow up to be a bum. Pretty much, okay. Cypher says how to raise children when you are not home. Exactly. So with that all being said, like I said, I think that they should have to take turns. The mother claims them this year. The father, if he's paying child support, he should be able to do it the next year, and so on and so forth. It should go back and forth. They should have to alternate. Okay, so I don't think it's a bad thing. Goodness Raider both said white men pays the most in child support. Trump is looking out for his base. Go Trump. I don't know where you get that from. Do you have proof of this? Do you have proof? Because the last I checked, no, they don't. No, they don't. Okay, no, they don't. And I do they go to jail the most for lack of payment? No, they don't. No, they don't. And here's the thing. Let's talk about it, because I'm glad you brought that up. Because you see, in my research, and even in people that I know, I used to have a coworker who was married to a white man. She's Black, and they had a daughter together, 12 years old. And when they got divorced, the father was going to have to pay her like $900 and something a month for one child. And so he took her to court to get custody, because he'd rather have the child in his care than to have to give her all that money. So with that all being said, when they got to court, the judge took the child in chambers and asked the child, who do you want to stay with? And the father had already coached the child and manipulated her, according to my coworker, and told her, you're living with your mom. You're going to be struggling. Oh, your mom can't afford groceries. She's going to lose the house because I'm going to stop paying the mortgage. You'd be better off coming to live with me. Not to mention he taken her on fancy trips and bought her all this stuff prior to them going to court. And so the little girl said that she wanted to go stay with the with the father. And so when they came out of the chambers, the judge told my coworker, well, she said she wants to stay with her father. She said she feels that she'd have a better life living with him, and this, that, and the third. And so they let the child make the decision. Also, let's not forget Halle Berry, who had a child with that white man, okay? And then when they separated, they gave custody of the child to him. Now, why would they do that? Because usually the custody goes to the father only if the mother is deemed as unfit in some way, shape, form, or fashion. They never said Halle Berry was unfit, did they? How did he get custody? And then Halle Berry was ordered to pay him about $16,000 a month in child support. Okay, that's how that goes for them. So please, let's not act like they're the ones suffering with more disparities about child support, because it is clearly the Black man. Okay, prove me wrong. Go get the receipts, because I don't believe it. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Because in my research, and I've talked about this a myriad of times, you see the government and the states do a whole lot of things to sow seeds of division between the Black man and the Black woman. That's why they have Section 8. And if you're getting help from the government with Section 8, you can't even have a man living in your house. What sense does that make? And why can't you? So that's taking the father out of the home. And then child support, like I said, if they're taking a majority of this man's check and making him pay this amount of dollars in child support, while not basically always going by what the woman is making, how's that fair? Another thing is, I was in court with someone one time who went to put themselves on child support. Okay. And so, because they wanted to do the right thing. But while I was in there was a firefighter who had custody. He was Black, custody of his 3 children. And the mother had been ordered to pay him child support because he had custody of the children. And when he told the judge, who was also white, that this woman had not been paying child support and that she was behind, okay, and she wasn't even paying what he felt she should have been paying in the first place, the judge told him too bad. She said to him, men do it to women all the time. And he said, but Your Honor, you're not going to make her pay? And the woman didn't even bother to show up to court, mind you. She didn't even bother to show up that day. So he said, Your Honor, you're not going to make her pay? No, what's the answer? Okay, and from looking at his children, it was safe for me to assume that the woman that he was talking about was also white. So that all being said, that's how that goes down. Okay, that's how that goes down. I want you all to pay attention, honey. I'm for right. I'm for what's right all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. Now, I know some women don't want to hear that, but that's my take on it. Okay, these men get a raw deal sometimes. And, I'm not talking about those who don't want to pay for their children, those who are just sorry and deadbeat dads who don't come and try to take their children. I'm talking about take them out for, events and stuff. I'm talking about the ones who do want to spend time with their children, who love their children, who do what they can for their children, and the mothers being vindictive, bitter, and angry. Okay, mad because they've moved on with their lives, and they want to hold the children against them as weapons. Oh, you can't see your kids. Okay, they want to try to dictate what goes on in the man's house. Oh, you can't have my kids around your new woman, but they can have the kids around their new man. Please make it all make sense. Y'all know that's how it goes down. Y'all know exactly how it goes down. But of course, DC, we know TikTok is back. I've seen several people put it in the chat, okay? And I already told you all that Trump said he's going to sign that executive order come Monday. So it's safe to say that TikTok's not going anywhere. But just in case they were, I already made me an account on a red note, honey. Please pay attention. Okay, so that all been said, I love you all to life. I hope you all enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives.
Yo, Nick, hit him with that flavor.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now.
That's
See
right.
a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy.
Real slick.
I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got